honorable dignitaries, luminaries on the stage, eminent engineers from various regions, doctors, staff, students. On behalf of BKL Valavarika Hospital and Rural Medical College, we welcome you all for today's unique splendid gathering, that is the opening ceremony of Deravan Biomedic Initiative 2050. A grand welcome to all the different innovators of our exhibition. Be different, be original. I think every person has their own identity and beauty. Everyone being different is what really beautiful. BKL Valavarika Hospital and Sri Viktor Rao Joshi Charity Trust have reflected its beauty by being different. Every time it identifies new ways to carry the fruits of modern science to the grassroots and make them profitable. Nearly 70% of the Indian population lives in rural area. Rural healthcare is one of the biggest challenges in front of us. Villages are suffering from non-accessibility of the healthcare facilities. Hence, there is a need to create awareness about the modern medical services and make these facilities accessible to them. With this background, we have formulated Biomedic Initiative 2015. This is also a great opportunity for all the biomedical engineers to showcase their aptitude. We are really proud and privileged to have Dr. Anil Kakodkar, Member, Atomic Energy Commission, Chairman of Scientific Advisory Committee, Devan, as well as Professor B. Ravi. It is the result of their brainstorming activity we could formulate this biomedical equipment exhibition today. Professor B. Ravi, IIT Mumbai, has been involved in the occurrence of this event. We are grateful to his promising pivotal role and dedication. Now, it is the time to felicitate all the dignitaries of Scientific Advisory Committee. I request Mr. Vikas Valavarika Sahib to honor the eminent personalities who are the cause of this event. First of all, Padma Vibhushan Dr. Anil Kakodkar, Chairman, Member, Atomic Energy Center, INAE. Mechanical Engineering Department, IIT Board. Shri Jayant Kumar Bhandya, Medical Administrator, Chairman, SICOM and ex-Chief Secretary, Government of Maharashtra. Dr. Rita Mulhekar, ex-Chairman and Professor, Mulhekar Lab, Navi Mumbai. Shri Chandrasekhar S. Gade, Professor, Department of Engineering and Applied Sciences, Vishwakarma Institute of Information Technology. Dr. Shripad Banagari, Professor and Head, Department of Medical Oncology, Tata Medical Center. We have a special guest today for our exhibition, Dr. Anup Ahuja. He is the Director of College of Engineering, Pune. We are also pleased to have Kaka Maharaj for today's program. Other two members of the Scientific Advisory Committee are Padma Bhushan Dr. T. Ramaswamy, former Secretary to Government of India, Ministry of Science and Technology, and Dr. Sanjay O, Vice Chancellor, D.Y. Patil University, Mumbai, former Dean of KEM. Because of their other commitments, they could not attend the program. Now, I request Mr. Vikas Valavarika Sahib to address the gathering on the summaries of the trust.
Other respected members of the committee, all the participants who have come here from distant places to exhibit their research and to interact with others for the betterment of the human being, and ladies and gentlemen. Today we have gathered here for the Biomedic Initiative, which has been specially organized by the Trust. Before speaking on today's event, I would like to give a brief background about our Trust activities, mainly for the participants who have come here for the first time. This place, Derwan, was chosen by our Guruji Shri Digambar Das Maharaj way back in 1969 as a center for carrying out social, medical and educational activities for the betterment of the rural people, and two trusts were established by him for these purposes, one of which is Sri Vitthala Joshi Charities Trust. Since then, a lot of charitable work has been done in this area. Initially, the work was limited to 50 or 60 villages in the surrounding area in Ratnagiri district. But with the establishment of the charitable hospital in February 96, the work of the trust has gradually spread over the entire Ratnagiri district. The hospital, which was started with 60 beds, has a present capacity of 500 beds. And of course, this is a charitable hospital, so all the services provided here are provided at highly concessional rates. The main object is to serve, not to make profits. After starting the hospital, the trust also started an English medium school, nursing school and nursing college. Today, 4 different courses, namely ANM, JNM, BBBSc and MSc nursing, are run by the trust, and more than 100 girls pass out from this nursing college every year. These girls get employed in well-known hospitals in Mumbai and Pune and draw handsome salaries which enable them to be economically self-supporting. Tata Memorial Center, the world-renowned cancer hospital, joined hands with Malavika Hospital in 2003 to offer treatment to cancer patients in Ratnagiri and Sindhudurga districts. Under the Rural Outreach Program jointly implemented by Tata Memorial and Malavika Hospital, more than 150,000 population was screened and around 10,000 patients were offered cancer treatment free of charge. In those days, chemotherapy and oncology surgeries were being done free of charge over here, but radiotherapy was not available in these hospitals. Dr. Kakodkar sir, who was the then Secretary of Atomic Energy Department, once visited this hospital, and after looking at the activities going on, he sanctioned a grant of 5.28 crores rupees to Malavika Hospital. With this grant, we could buy not only cobalt radiotherapy machine, but also other things like CT scan, brachytherapy and allied machinery. Still, there was some balance left, so we bought a blood component unit, which has helped to save lives of many people, particularly in the case of snake bite and scorpion bite. Due to this generous donation, we could start offering radiotherapy treatment to our patients, and since the machinery was issued by us free of charge, we decided to offer radiotherapy treatment to our patients also free of charge. That was in the year 2008. Since then, more than 5,000 patients have received free radiotherapy treatment at our hospital. Many other social programs are being organized by this hospital for the betterment of village people, mainly for women and adolescent girls. We have also constructed a sports complex where infrastructure of international standards has been provided in more than 25 different games. The object is to train the youngsters in different games by providing this infrastructure and training so that they shine on the national and international level. I am very happy to tell you that the sports complex is just 1 year old, but many state level and district level and state level competitions in different games have been held at our sports complex, and the players from here are representing now on national level, state level and even on the national level, particularly in 10-meter rifle range and archery, shooting and archery. Though all these activities were being undertaken by the trust, never did it occur to us to start or to do something in medical education. However, again, during one of his subsequent visits to Dearborn Hospital, Dr. Kakodkar suggested that we should start a medical college. And since the idea came from him, we took it, actually Kaka Maharaj took it very seriously. And this year the first medical college of Konkan was opened in Dearborn. This college is affiliated to Nashik Health University of state government, and admissions are given to the students who clear state CET. Sri Kaka Maharaj always thought that we should not restrict our activities only to treating patients or giving education, but should undertake some kind of research, clinical or otherwise. So we started working in that direction. However, our vision was always limited. We needed guidance in this area as to what should be done and how it should be done. We therefore decided to form a scientific advisory committee with experts from different fields. And we then approached Dr. Kakodkar sir with a request to accept the chairmanship of the scientific advisory committee, which request he kindly accepted. The scientific advisory committee has now, as you are aware of, has been formed and has been advising us as to future course of action in this direction. In the last meeting of SAC, Dr. Kakodkar suggested that we should have a meet of all those who are doing research in related field, means related to our hospital activities, which is biomedical, in order to understand what others are doing in the field and what type of research we should indulge in. This would give an opportunity to interact with other people in the same field, which would ultimately benefit mutually. We then started working in this direction, and today's exhibition is a culmination of these efforts. The major part of the credit should go to Professor B. Ravi, I should say, because he has taken a lot of efforts and pain to see that there is a good amount of representation and this event becomes a successful event. I hope in the next 2 days there will be a good deal of exchange of ideas and information amongst us, which will result in some creative thinking that would ultimately benefit the rural people at large and would serve the purposes for which Sri Digambar Das Maharaj had established this trust. Thank you.
Professor B. Ravi, engineer, researcher, educationist, institute chair, Professor, Mechanical Engineering Department, IIT Bombay. We can say that he is the luminary of this event. He had a vital role in arranging this exhibition. Sir, we kindly request you to address the gallery.
All the other great dignitaries here, doctors, students, I really don't know what to say. I am overwhelmed with the kind of love and respect you're giving me. I don't know what good things I have done in my last birth to deserve this. Honestly, I don't know. But I'm very happy to see that the green t-shirts here and the blue t-shirts here, which I did not know we had. But here they have come forward and many more. I see the light blue t-shirts or shirts. All the students, it's good to see. all the good young students, always we teachers be very happy about seeing young people and seeing what they can do. And learn from us, go forward from us, you know the world is in front of you. One thing I want to share, my mind is full of something else at this point of time, and maybe I'll get it out at this point of time. 2 days back, I had a chance to hear Miss Arunima Sinha. She is a handicapped person, actually handicapped because some 4 miscreants threw her out of the train, and she lost one leg, other leg was completely broken. She was lying on the track for 7 hours. I think some 60-70 trains passed by and no one saw her. And yet village people took her to some hospital where there was no anesthesia, and she told doctors, okay, cut my leg, you have to cut it without anesthesia. I don't know how much pain anyone can bear like that. From that instant of time, eventually she reached AIMS hospital, and the newspapers were saying that she committed suicide, all kinds of wrong reports in the newspapers about that. So she decided that the only way to silence people is to do something that everyone will forget about. So she decided, sitting on AIMS hospital bed, that she will do the most difficult thing in the world, which is to climb Mount Everest. The doctor said it will take you 6 years to become right. This was in 2011. And 2013, she climbed Mount Everest. She told the story of how she climbed with one artificial leg. And the Sherpa was saying all the time, everyone was telling her, you are mad, पागल हो गई क्या? कोई नहीं कर सकता है. And the entire experience is a long story, 1 hour story. My mind is, I cannot come out of that, what I heard 2 days back, last 2 days evening. And at the end of the thing, when you can see the peak, there's something called Hillary Step. And Hillary Step, you can see the peak, which is slightly away, but you have to go down and climb up. At that point of time, the Sherpa said, you have only 1 hour of oxygen left. You can either go to the peak, or you can go back to Camp 4, where you have other oxygen left. So he said, I will go to the peak. So he went to the peak, she wanted to put India flag higher than other flags. She did that. The Sherpa said, "Ab to banne wali hai, just half an hour of oxygen left." And she comes back a little bit, and she is not collapsing because oxygen is over. She collapsed. And at that point of time, the Sherpa sees another British climber who had 2 cylinders, and because the weight is very heavy, he threw 1 cylinder down. And the Sherpa climbed down, picked up the cylinder, brought it back, put her on oxygen, and she came down. Sometimes I feel that if you have some kind of a focus in life, and you have the courage and determination to do that. Also, she said, a lot of preparation, lot of planning, lot of preparation. No matter how many difficulties come, I think God also gives up at some point of saying, okay, this person cannot be, he will not give up, so let me. God gives up and let's say he falls in life. I think this hospital is one example of that. I mean, when I came here first time, 1 year back, I keep telling my students, I'm a photographer, I'm a poet, I'm a photographer, I'm a creative person. I cannot help but record everything. I was in Kailash Mansarovar 2 years back. It was a wonderful event for me. And I put it up all the time. This is one day when I visited this hospital. I said, I saw something wonderful. The students said, okay sir, so show us, because they know I take pictures all the time. I said, sorry, that day I lost so much in wonderment, I have not taken pictures. So I'm so happy to be here among all of you. I'm so happy that all of you could respond and we could do this exhibition. This is the beginning and not the end, of course. We are hoping to have one more exhibition in Pune. Dr. Ahuja has kindly agreed to take the next big initiative to bring all young engineers, young doctors, and young entrepreneurs in Maharashtra state and beyond the state, all over the country, maybe all over the world we will get, to see what we should do to do made in India, innovative devices for the